house.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, game 2, let's go! And they're off. TheAlanHeffley into Flashman first. 2% Chungus finding Airman.
Ooh, I'm curious.
2% Chungus opted out of a stage, so I think he found something else first and settled on Airman, although I think I would have reset Airman, to be perfectly honest with you.
It depends. It depends on how you're feeling. He feels he can do it, then you do it.
So Chungus finding some Buster Immune crabs, but able to get through them, and some Dollar Store Metroids in his way as well. Whereas AlanHeffley found some frogs and some moles in the first screen of Flashman, but able to get through them quite easily.
Okay.
Well, at least the Dollar Store Metroids can be taken down by the Buster. And
True.
It looks like the Metal Crusher only one hit as well, so for the item assortment, or the enemy assortment that the randomizer has given us, a little bit of a rough go of it, but not the worst of it. Oh, Alan jumping into a surprise Metal Crusher. Not sure.
Takes 2 crushers to the face, actually.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
And he took the alternative path of Flash.
Alright, but AlanHeffley first into his Robot Master fight. It is Woodman.
He has no E-tanks. Come on, kill him now. No.
Hide, run, get him! Oh. Now, Alan is able to take this one down with a full life bar, so, you know, things should be looking up. 2% Chungus pretty much looking at Bubbleman gonna take him down, just gonna sit on him, and there it goes.
Wow.
Chungus taking the inevitable.
Okay,
Ooh.
these are not so brutal.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Pull it off. All right, I thought that leaf was gonna fall on Alan before he was able to get that last shot in. But 2% Chungus also making very quick work of Bubbleman. So,
okay.
Actually, let's see a little inverse here. AlanHeffley getting into Airman stage and 2% Chungus going into Flash.
Ooh, Wily 1 theme. One of the better tracks that can show up in the randomizer. So I'm okay with this.
You're such a normie, Fico. Wily 1?
Yeah,
really?
I know. I know.
Oh, wow.
It's alright. For as savage as I am against you, Prodigy, it's alright. I can take 1 or 2 from you.
I can take all the savagery, Fico. I love it, you know. I didn't want it any other way.
Yeah, you knew what you were getting into when you jumped into my commentary.
Exactly.
Oh no, AlanHeffley having a platforming error.
Sometimes you gotta miss an A input, and it happens.
It happens to everybody. No one excluded from that. As I say that, missing many of them myself.
Okay, Chungus taking an HP. Let's see if he's gonna stick to the upward path and not take a face crusher like Miracle said.
Wow, this leaf shield is proving very effective for Alan. So, a definite advantage for Alan in using the leaf shield, although he was low on ammo.
Ooh, 2% Chungus using the limited hitbox of the Metal Crusher to get over the chain on that. That was actually really, really nice to see.
Okay, how is he gonna do on this wood fight?
Woodman on uneven terrain is a pain in the butt, but it's...
He's adapting well. He's adapting really well. Yeah. He got this.
Alright, so 2% Chungus through the opening 2 stages in common a little bit before AlanHeffley. So we'll see if Alan is able to make up a little bit of this time. He is somewhat behind, but 10 seconds or so isn't that big of a deal.
Cool, come on.
Oh, he took a
Oh no!
Death there, and a game over.
Come on, Freako. Why did you have to say this?
Commentator curse at its finest.
Yeah, that was entirely unintentional. I have to apologize for that one, Alan. Oh my.
Oh, and
And it looks like he's opted out and gone into Metal Man. So Alan,
he's now one full stage behind? Yep.
Yep. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but being a somewhat experienced runner in Mega Man 2 Randomizer, I might have a different view of it. Seeing an Airman stage like that seems incredibly passable, I might have tried to continue on through it.
Well, he would have the Leaf Shield and knows that it's effective against just about everything aside from the discount Metroid, so I'm not sure what else you would want aside from maybe an E-Tank to just soldier your way through the stage.
What I see as a runner, though, is that Alan is taking too much face hits from every enemy around. If he negates a little bit of those, he will be fine, but his HP is very low mostly in the stages, while Chungus is fighting this heat. This heat is pseudo-normal, though. Yeah, it seems like a normal heat to me. Well, okay.
A little bit challenging with the conveyor, especially if you're not super well versed in any percent strats. We're going to see how TheAlanHeffley handles this as well, if he's going to go at it with Buster or try a Leaf Shield on it. And it is Leaf Shield immune.
Should I use an E-Tank or should I die? Should I use an E-Tank or should I die? That's a big... Yeah, I will die.
Yeah, opting out of the E-Tank, I'm starting to change my tune on the E-Tank a little bit when it comes to starting a fight on low health. If it's gonna prevent a game over, then absolutely use it. If it's not gonna prevent a game over, it's almost like trading a free guy and saving an E-Tank. So not the worst trade from my point of view.
Okay.
That's my thought process generally.
Joe Jungle, though. Oh, Alan. Alan dies again.
Opting to get damage boost so you can get that one up there.
Okay.
Oh, looks like another raid coming in. SpeedGaming 6, sending a party of 2 over to Mega Man 2. And it's game 2, so...
It's like Kismet.
Number 2.
Alan, please, don't game over to Heat. Please. Please, I beg of you.
Alright, wisely using the E-Tank there. So, for those of you joining us, we are in the middle of a Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament match between TheAlanHeffley and 2% Chungus. Two brand new runners to the scene, as TheAlanHeffley gets Heatman down. And getting item 3 for his trouble.
Yeah, both of them have item 3. It's very useful in crashing Heat, but they have a long road to them. Let's hope they don't select them. Wink wink.
I'm actually gonna be surprised if Alan does anything but just jump into the lava here.
Wow.
And that's exactly what he's gonna do. Alan's gonna opt out of this Heatman stage.
Luckily, he only had one life left, so he can quickly get out of there. Joining 2% Chungus in Woodman stage.
I know Alan as a runner well enough elsewhere that I have a pretty good idea of what he's going to do from time to time. Although, getting him to play better would be the optimal strategy.
Just do it, Freako. What are you waiting for?
Hey, I haven't been hired on as a coach just yet, so, you know, I have standards.
Yeah.
All right, 2% Chungus eating a juice box there, an E-tank to get through Quick Man. Just keep things rolling for us.
Oh wow, Tin Can's having no desire to be bothered by Leaf Shield or the air shooter, so Alan, I was gonna say trapped in a corner, but 2 large drops, gonna fix that, and our obligatory Fan Devil getting in the way.
Okay, so Chungus is opting to do Crash with only item 3. This, well, it's not so painful because the enemy set is good, but yeah, okay, he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. I guess the luck is not on his side.
It'll be a little rough in the first half of the stage, but you'll have item 3 to ensure that you get through the back. So
yeah, you can take a little coffee break through these elevator screens.
I mean, I think it's better to just give it the old college try than opt out of the Crashman stage. Because you could have it worse, especially in a Heatman stage, for example, with the endless chicken wing buffet.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
And what would that pattern be? Enlighten me.
These guys haven't played vanilla for a long time. Both of them. This is a very obvious pattern for me, and that's why this is extremely hard for them. I'm seeing things that I should not see ever in my life. But
it's actually just by default going up the left side, getting a little scared from the prop tops in game 1. The bat a little less intimidating.
All right, let's see how TheAlanHeffley takes Quick Man here.
we good. Okay.
Oh, close! I got him.
Ow. That was a little close, but Alan does defeat Quickman. So 2% Chungus opting out of the E-Tank. No item 1 to just jump back up, so gonna head to the boss at the end of the Crashman stage as Alan goes into Bubbleman stage.
And finding Airman here, let's see how he behaves. Seems like he's a pretty nice Airman.
Super bro Airman. Super bro. You can't ask for better. Airman.
Yeah,
now, Airman just kind of rolling over, and not something you want to see. Item 1 locked behind the Crashman stage.
That is one thing that you have to contend with on this randomizer too. When you're so used to using the items for those specific stages, there's a good chance that they will be locked behind the stages that you'd be used to using them on. Like, for example, like, if you don't know the Yoku block set in Heatman, there's a good chance that it will be item 2 at the end of the Heatman stage, and TheAlanHeffley taking a spike to the face.
I don't know about Mega Man having helmet and dying to spikes, but Roll definitely doesn't have a helmet, so please stop jumping into spikes, guys. I mean, she is defenseless.
Yeah, not even the safety helmet Mega Man wears can protect our runners from these spikes, so Alan gonna have to be a little more careful with these jumps in the Bubbleman stage. And for the people watching, kind of going, wait a second, well, why don't you just zip through this section, as Alan, unfortunately, takes another death. The 2020 randomizer tournament for Mega Man 2 is zipless, so we won't see any zips intentionally unless you're Prodigy and take a game over, where I believe he's declared that he will get himself intentionally disqualified from a seed if he takes a game over.
Yes. I will not tolerate game over. It's already a lot of time wasted. So it's better to just have fun and do zips.
So this coming from somebody who's already 3-0 and guaranteed to advance through the group stage.
And someone who's also zipped through the end of, what was it, Alien?
I wish it was only Alien. I'm zipping all my life. Yeah, I knew I lost some. This airman, this metal man, excuse me, he's jumping so much. Did Chungus try to... Okay, Alan game over, then Chungus died to metal. He tried to manipulate metal with a wood, with a leaf shield.
Oh no!
Let's see what he's doing. Yeah, he's manipulating him.
Uh-oh.
Alan's taking a minute deciding if he wants to continue on.
This is weird.
I think more just continuing in the stage or picking a different stage. I think Alan has considered his options and went, alright, I've got Bubble Man, Airman, Quick Man, which are fairly less difficult stages compared to Heat Man that he's already opted out of, and Crash Man. And I think Alan's going to want to wait until he picks up Item 1 or Item 2. Unfortunately, Item 1 is going to be in the Crash Man stage, so that's not going to happen. So we'll see if Alan is able to pick up Item 2, which is either in Quick Man or Heat Man. And it would be a shame to have Item 1 gated behind the stage that you want it most in, as well as Item 2 being gated behind the stage you would want it most in.
Okay, I think Alan is very tilted right now. He's just has to calm down.
Hard time with these spikes.
Alan, take it easy, dude. Take it easy.
Yeah, better to damage boost off of the enemies than bounce off a spike. So it's just a matter of getting the precise jumps in, and Alan makes it through.
When fast is not working, just release the right button. It's gonna work, trust me. Just don't press right anymore.
So in the chat, PhoenixDown_C asking if he's throwing the game. No, I mean, these are both new runners, so there's a lot of thought process that goes into completing these seeds just in general if you're doing casually. Specifically, being in a race, it takes even more thought process. And, you know, the contemplation that goes into it is definitely a process. So you will see a lot more experienced runners being able to make those choices very quickly.
Well, since I actually have both of you in here, I'm going to ask you a question a little bit, as 2% Chungus is on to his final stage with his Heat Man, and unfortunately, Item 2 confirmed in Heat Man as TheAlanHeffley takes a death to Metal Man.
I'm not exactly sure. Did he get Item 2 earlier?
I am almost certain he did not, but we'll see if 2% Chungus...
We're gonna know fairly... Okay, soon.
Not yet. 2% Chungus didn't menu to that side of his screen, trying to pause buffer back into the lava, but unfortunately 2% Chungus going bye-bye.
No, he does not have Item 2, that's confirmed. So what are you gonna ask again, Frico?
Well, it was to the point you were making on how a new runner would, and I hate to quantify you as this air species, but when it comes to Prodigy and you, I would say a less experienced runner as opposed to one of the most experienced runners. If there's any particular difference in how you both look at a stage and go, alright, this is how I'm going to approach this scene.
Which scene?
Well, actually, if you're gonna go from a general standpoint, it's just based on my previous experiences. Like, have I seen what I'm coming up against before? Have I been able to handle this? What do I have at my disposal to get through it?
I mean, it depends for me. Which stage I can't say for every stage.
Alan, without item 1, is in a bit of a shrimp hell here. Gonna try to damage boost himself up.
And he gets it.
So able to proceed through. So we're gonna head into the elevators. No real difficult enemy to deal with, just the snails. Kind of surprised 2% Chungus not using his item 1 here to traverse the walls, and it's crash bombs for crash walls. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing really fine. So, I still kept my virginity about this game. I'm still deciding things on the moment, Frico. Like, right now. I'm adapting to crap. That's how this game works. You have to adapt to everything that the game throws at you for milliseconds. If you don't, you lose time. It's very simple. That's how it works. I don't expect like Crash Men to be free, and I don't expect Airmen to be free. I expect them to kill me, so it's easier for me.
So I'll give you a good example. Being somewhat experienced in the randomizer, when I go into Airman, when I'm taking the jumps from the cloud heads, like, I almost expect there being a spawn of a fat man.
No.
So well, there again, you have more experience than I do, so you probably know how the enemy spawns work a little bit more than I do. But
they're just there, and you have to do your jumps correctly. They won't kill you. It's a thing you will get used to. You will get used to it. There are specific jumps. You just need to look over some stuff. Meanwhile, Chungus fights Crash, though. And
basically, when it comes to randomizer, expect the worst and hope for the best.
Well, kinda, yeah.
So yeah, item 2 confirmed as we finish off the 8 Robot Masters about 22.5 minutes in. We are now confronted by the best eyebrows in gaming, 2% Chungus, into the Wily stages. And our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to play a little bonus game. Since most everything in this game is randomized, being a randomizer and all, one of the things that is randomized is the color of the dragon at the end of Wily 1, as well as the weaknesses. So, your mission, should you choose to accept it, guess the color of the dragon, as well as guess the weakness for a little bit of a bonus action. So, Aerospecie, since I think you went last time, or maybe it was me, but I'm going to make you go first this time.
Oh, put me on the spot, why don't you? Alright.
Absolutely.
So, let's see. We had a big Barney dinosaur dragon in the last seed. So, I will go with a gray dragon, completely monochrome, with a leaf shield weakness.
Oof.
Oh. Frico?
I think it's going to be a Barbie world this time. We had Barney, now we're going to have Barbie. And since my Bubble Ledge has come through for me, I'm going to go with the Crash Bomb.
Fine. For me, it's going to be simple. Red, air. Let's see. I mean, there's nothing red on the screen. So it makes sense.
There you go.
Well, Roll's outfit is red, so... Well, for some of us, at least.
Right?
Roll has many suits. Okay, that's perfectly red for me. Yep.
Well, Prodigy, I hate to inform you, but I
Yeah,
believe...
I need a doctor. Yeah, I know.
Well, it looks like that crash bomb did not working out for me this time, so swing and a miss for... Oh, no quick boomerang. No Metal Blade.
Okay, nothing's working.
Bubble Lead's a negative.
The dragon is immune now.
Hey,
Okay.
Leaf Shield,
Oh,
let's
it is
go!
the Leaf Shield. Here we go. So TheAlanHeffley back into Bubble Man. Unfortunately, one of the stages that he opted out of previously.
That's a swag kill, by the way. And Chungus made that's a really swag kill. Holding your leaf shield and waiting the dragon to come and kiss you. That's very swag.
Maybe getting a little confident now, considering how the first run went.
Well, definitely an easier time of things so far. 2% Chungus was pretty clean in the Wily stages. It was the stages themselves leading up to Wily where most of the trouble was being thrown at our runners, and TheAlanHeffley able to make it to Metal Man at the end of the Bubble Man. So we'll see how well he's able to deal with things. Gonna try the quick boomerang.
By the way, we know the weakness of the walls already. It's Crash. Chungus tested it on the walls and Wily too. Picked up the E-Tank. And Alan...
He learned weakness in the Heatman stage.
Oh, I kind of missed that. I'm sorry.
Oh. You still hate to see that death on Metal Man, though.
Well, Metal Man is... I mean, in this stage, Metal Man, it goes very savage. Look how many discs this guy's throwing, come on. Stop.
He's like my least favorite DJ.
5, okay. I can see 5 on screen. Okay.
I think he threw 7 in a row at Alan the first 3 when he jumped almost all the way to the top. But this is just ugly. Metal Man just being relentless here. So Alan should just rely on the Buster, it looks like, realizing it a little too late to unfortunately avoid another game over. So gonna opt out of that Bubble Man stage, and it looks like Alan has 4 stages remaining, even still, so possibly one of these stages marked incorrectly.
Ooh, and Chungus taking a death. Turn it
it's Bubble. I marked Bubble. Yeah. Surely. And Chungus, he found a quick boomerang, and I didn't see how he died. Didn't have enough health? No. He must have had enough health. He has E-Tanks. He had 3 of them. Wow.
He just underestimated how much damage the Pico blocks do. Thinking he could survive a hit and got bodied.
DJ Slim in chat saying, would he not be rust in the water? Well, you know, Wily uses only the best eco seal.
And if only Billy Mays were still around, he could probably sell you some of that stuff for $19.95.
Alright, take 2 on Pico for Chungus. As TheAlanHeffley coming up to the end of Quickman stage.
And a very awkward quick boomerang arc. Not really boomeranging much at all, more just kind of magically undoing the laws of physics and flying upward after flying upward.
So basically how I would throw a boomerang, like in real life.
Yeah, pretty much, I think.
It will never come. It will never come back to me. I mean, I had a boomerang as a kid, like plastic boomerang. The truth is, it never came back, and it never will come back. I mean, I live near the sea, so you probably see the whole picture now.
Oh no.
Alright. One more hit on Flashman. There we go. AlanHeffley getting Flashman down on Quickman stage as 2% Chungus gets into Wily 3. And using the item 2 strat to get over this water, negating the chickens that were coming his way. You'll love to see that.
Yeah, 2% Chungus actually put the item in the water in match 1. So learning from his misstep and putting it above the water to get a little bit of an extra speed boost. And Alan finding the crash bomb, whereas I believe the first time around in Airman he was opting for the leaf shield. Now it looks like Alan has a little more confidence here in the crash bombs, and wow! Toothpaste dispenser turning into a full-on armory, giving him back his entire weapon gauge.
Yes, as we see Chungus trying to search for her weakness on Guts Tank here. Finding Air Shooter and absolutely annihilating him after getting the spread pattern of the Air Shooter down.
It's like, that was a really fast kill.
Yeah, I'll give Chungus credit for that one. That was a very well done Guts Tank. So on to the Great Equalizer of Wily 4, although I think Chungus has a significant time advantage. We're looking at 10 minutes at least.
For me personally, I don't want to be that guy, but he has actually 2% chance to lose right now, as opposed to his name. I mean, it's really hard to be still in 8 Robos while the other guy racing is already on YD4. It's really hard to say there is a comeback point. I'm not gonna lie, this is how it goes, but as a champion Alan is, he can at least finish this, make it interesting.
Well, I do have to agree with you there, with 2% Chungus having pretty much a stranglehold on this, as AlanHeffley does finish off Airman's stage, finding Bubble Man at the end of it.
I think he finished Bubble as well, but it's not marking for me.
Ah, that's alright. So, yeah. Bubble... Oh boy, so this leaves... No, he did not finish Bubble.
He did not finish Bubble.
He game overed again to Metal Man.
He game overed again.
The great gatekeeper of the Bubble Man stage for...
Finding a couple change key makers on the second difficult screen of the anxiety rooms here. Should be able to get through it okay at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's gonna have to either time a jump to smack the Chanky Maker's fire to damage boost through, or just wait for the elevator, unfortunately.
Yeah, fire guys, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
But Chungus getting through, no problem. Finding some chickens in his way for his trouble. However, I feel like this may be a foregone conclusion, guys.
Well, Chungus knows what the walls are, which means...
He's not gonna need them, though.
Yeah. I was going to say it was much more likely that either the Metal Blade or Leaf Shield could be a possible turret weakness. And we see how the Metal Blade is just the best item ever for being the Boo Beam turret weakness.
Ew, and TheAlanHeffley getting a crab to the face and taking a death on the back end of Bubbleman stage.
Yeah, silly me was about to... Oh, but he could just use item 2. And I thought for a second before I said something extremely stupid like that, because I know where item 2 is, and it's in the Heatman stage, which Alan opted out of earlier. But if you do have the item 2, that would be a perfect spot for it to traverse that area almost for free as 2% Chungus into his boss replays.
And let's take a minute to appreciate Storm Eagle's theme from Mega Man X as the boss refight music. It's very good.
I think about the only Mega Man X series game music I would recognize is anything from X4, for obvious reasons, because it's the first game that allows you to just play as the good character.
X4 rocks so much, dude. I mean, from intro to the end, it rocks. The game is so fast.
Ooh,
An interesting choice there. Flushing before the boss is there is questionable. You need to wait for the boss to have his health bar loaded, so you actually do damage. So that was something.
So Alan hopefully learned from that little oopsie-daisy. I'm surprised he's not just using the Buster and instead burning through his Crash Bomb energy.
Buster is probably the right decision here.
I mean, it is only doing 2 points a hit, but...
Ooh, taking another death of Metal Man.
At this point, it feels like Alan has died repeatedly, somewhere around 7 or 8 times to Metal Man at this point. Mostly just because Alan keeps looking for a weakness that may not even be there. Or it's a difficult weapon like the Leaf Shield, 2% Chungus. Let's see if we can improve on the 3 and 13 record. Nope, 3 and 14.
Okay. He's gonna refill the medal. Fine.
Alright, Alan finally taking down Metal Man, so we can mark Bubble Man's stage as complete, as well as Quick Man, so Alan only with Heat Man left to go.
I'm curious, even though we see Chungus defeat the machine, which was a Buster weak at this point, I'm curious if Alan is gonna make it without item 2.
Well, welcome to Heat-Man without item 2. I mean, eventually you're gonna have to lose the safety blanket, so no binky for you, Alan. You're gonna have to take on... Oh no.
Okay.
Mistiming a jump, trying to avoid a chicken, and unfortunately falling into the lava for Alan, as Chungus going right in Victory Road.
Okay. This is fine.
Oh no, TheAlanHeffley taking another continue. As Super Chungus is on Alien, let's see if he can find the weakness.
It's here.
Well, looks like he's got plenty of air shooter, so 2% Chungus gonna take this match down as we see a
39-32.
a very fast wrap on that air shooter as well, so...
Absolutely. GG's to 2% Chungus in chat. taking this match 2-0 versus TheAlanHeffley.
Alright, so, as is the right of all of our runners, we want to see them finish the seed. So Alan has struggled mightily through this seed, so hopefully he will try to find his way through, trying to figure out a way to defeat the angry chickens.
Okay, this is the challenge here. This screen, when I was playing the game for the first time, this screen when the chickens continues to fall, you're kind of wondering what to do. So he luckily has flash to continue. I'm just because you're watching a new player, you see all the deaths, but I'm deleting them from my mind. He died here, it's okay. He died there, it's okay. Let's see how he adapts to the things that he saw already. I mean, that's the important part, to learn something from your misfortunes.
Absolutely, that is like one of the key factors of playing the randomizer. Is coming up against a thing and literally just learning from your mistakes.
Well, Alan has item 1 here, so I'm slightly surprised he hasn't just used it. Looks like he remembers Leaf Shield to use on these these snails. So Alan gonna switch again. Looks like he's trying to find the wall weakness. It is not Bubble Web. It is not Crash Boomerang. Or excuse me, Quick Boomerang. I'm trying to say that it is the Crash Bomb. And Alan finds it. So Alan's gonna opt out of these Yoku blocks, just going through them instead of over them. Unfortunately, he will now be confronted with the Yoku block section, and making a little bit of a rookie mistake, as it were, as you can run up to the point where the lava starts, and Alan's running all the way back to the start. You can pick up the Yoku blocks, and it's something that we see the more advanced runners do when they don't have item 2, is the block right above where the lava starts is where you can pick up the Yoku blocks.
So this is what I'm going to explain. If you start from here, and you're doing your jumps incorrectly, the game wants you to do a specific amount of jumps. The Yoku blocks will spawn in a certain way that's what we're doing from the bottom, and it's faster from the bottom, but I'm curious, does he know even how to continue from this point?
To be honest, only Alan could tell us that, and I heard a little bit of a intruder alarm in the Discord, so I believe someone is joining us.
Yes, we have 2% Chungus joining us for an interview. GG, my friend.
Thanks very much.
How does it feel completing 2 randomizer seeds as being new? I mean, the first one was really rough, but the second was no easier. How do you feel?
Let me tell you something about Buster Immune Crab. Yeah, my life started flashing before my eyes on that second seed Airman stage, but that was fun. Really hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
So is Buster Immune Crabs your only concern? You felt good at the seeds?
No, actually, when those in the 4th anxiety room, when that gear guy dropped out,
okay,
that threw me off my stride.
Oh no, Alan!
Okay, I think Alan gave up. Yep, he forfeited. It's fine, he's still our soldier. GG's to Alan for trying. This is really rough. But GG's to him.
Yeah, I believe it is official that Alan forfeiting from the race, so just hopefully off to practice a seed or 2, get this one out of sight, out of mind. A little bit of a rough go for Alan. But sorry to cut you off there, 2% Chungus. How does it feel to finally be able to speak in the Discord? Because I think you've tracked just about every race that I've done commentary on.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. I'm not really in a hurry to inflict my iron pyrite tones on it.
So tell us everything that you want to tell us about today's race, dude. I'm not gonna pick your brain and ask the correct questions. Just say what you want to say. You have the mic.
I never realized how stressful it could be watching a .done not come in on IRC.
Yeah, it can be.
Because when I game over on that Wiley machine, I was like, okay, any second now, here it comes.
Also, you're yeah. This is me in 2018. You're concerned about the other guy finishing before you.
Yeah, and you never know. It's like you can't look back and know they're right behind you. It's like everything that's scary about a horror movie.
That's the good part. Being stressed, put on the spot. Being stressed and it makes you go faster, 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 faster. That's speed running, dude. It's so good. So
I don't know. I think my split times disagree with you there, man.
oh, your split times, ignore them. Just ignore them. They don't matter. I mean, if you win, they don't matter. If you lose, they don't matter. But you want them to be green usually. How did you tackle with one particular stage that was heat? I mean, on the first stage. How did you remember on the first race? Do you remember?
You know, I don't clearly recall. I remember being pretty scared on a second seed heat stage when I didn't have item 2. And then the roosters started coming. First stage, I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. And then there was a Joe Army here and there, and quick, and I believe it was Air Woodman stage on both the seats. How do you deal with the Joe Army? Any tips for the new guys?
Oh man, if you can find a weapon that breaks the armor quick, lean heavily. I think I remember on the one that they did that. I think I had that turbocharged heat early on and just plowed through.
Yeah, I believe you did with Metal Blade and Supercharged Heat. I believe I saw a couple of these things.
Yeah, if you can do that, it's a good day. Otherwise, if you got to actually plink down the armors, it's you're having a bad time. It's almost okay to take a tactical game over.
Fine. Frico, Ari, any questions?
Absolutely. As a new runner, like having to deal with some of the situations you've seen in both of these seeds, like especially in a race capacity, like how did you kind of navigate that?
I crammed in a fair bit of practice the last couple of days just to see if there was any weird situations that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. I think that helped a lot. Like having to ad lib on that when the Chenky Maker, I think, knocked me off the ladder in the second anxiety rooms. That's just a matter of seeing it and doing it.
What was the gear, guys? Not a Chinky Maker. This is a very awkward situation. When the gear guys connect, the clown connects with the gear, it knocks you down from the ladder. It's very, very annoying.
Yeah, and you kind of panic in that moment too. Like, oh man, I'm standing on spikes. Do I have iframes? Do I have item 1? Help.
So guys, I told you he know what he's doing. He just doesn't have item 1. It's really hard because if you're going for the item 2, you're gonna get knocked down. If you don't have item 1, it's over. So we need to kill the clown. And you finally killed the clown and pulled it through on the 3rd time, I believe.
I can be taught, despite all evidence to the contrary.
Nice. Frico, anything to add?
I know nothing apparently, but how do you think you're gonna do compared to the rest of your group? How do you think you have a shot at making the bracket stage, or what are your expectations going forward?
Until just now, I thought I was going to be out on the first race.
Well, you do play everybody in the group, so at
Yeah,
least
true.
you're going to
I
get
expect.
a couple races in, and picking up a win. You pick up another win, that might put you into a very favorable spot.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to bring up, I believe this is the first match in your group as a entire whole. So let's see what we got here.
He has to play with Ren Hero Gaming, Gaming Wild Dad, I believe.
And Gaming Wild Dad, yes, who have
Yes.
both yet to play a game, although I believe they're going to fix that pretty soon. I believe they are both scheduled to race tomorrow or Thursday. I'd have to bring up the list of matches, and there are plenty of them that are on the menu.
Yeah, I feel we're fully loaded. Meanwhile, big GG's again. I think I missed it. Or maybe I didn't. So my big thumbs up is for the first seed. Like the second seed, I didn't think there were many hardships, but on the first seed, really big GG's to both of you for even attempting, because the first seed was rough. On my first glance, it was really rough. Most of the stages were rough. Wily stages were rough. Machine was rough. Everything was rough. So big GG's for even finishing. And
I appreciate it.
yeah, I see when something is difficult. It's very, very impolite when you get Joe armies and immune stuff, and yeah, and unfriendly bosses. It's yeah.
Yeah, I really thought I was doing okay on the first seed until on Boo Beam I didn't notice my wood energy consumption until I ran out of it, and I was like, well, that's not going to come back to bite me. And sure enough, I get to the machine. I'm like, don't be wood. Don't be wood. You're okay. Game over.
Yep, it happens sometimes. Uh, well, my heads up to you is that the machine has 3 weaknesses. So,
Oh, absolutely, for sure. But it was really very exciting to see 2 new runners to the tournament and 2 new runners to the randomizer in general going head to head. It's the first time we've seen this in the tournament, so getting a chance to see like how you guys suss out like different situations and things like that, not having the previous experience, was super exciting.
I'm glad I could provide that service.
so for my final question, what are your final thoughts on the rando? I mean, to this point, what do you think about the rando? The whole randomizer.
Oh, I really love it. Like, it can be a bit annoying, especially with certain enemy layouts in like the crash stage. That aside, I love Mega Man 2, and being able to have new experience it with it every time I load it up, it's glorious.
I certainly could not agree more. So, from the commentary team here, any other final thoughts?
No, I think I'm good. I think I've asked more than I had to.
At this point, it looks like it's about time to shut it down then. So, on behalf of Aerospecie, who was a little late to the office today, and Prodigy, who kind of filled in at the last minute, who was supposed to only do the tracking, helped out with some of the word things. So I'll give them a little shout out. I don't have to worry about remembering the trackers. They were also in the commentary booth this time around.
Big props to you, Prodigy, for stepping in.
No worries.
As I was a little bit late here.
No
But
worries.
everybody, we are in the middle of a triple header today on SpeedGaming 2. We have one more match to go today. It is going to be taking place at 10 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be Mega Kyle 83 versus Iraq Vet 0304. So be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be one heck of a race.
So Sorry, got myself a little bit distracted here. But aside from that race, we have races every day, I believe. I'm gonna bring up the no, nothing on Wednesday just yet, but we've got our final race tonight, a race tomorrow between Casual Tom and Iraq Vet. Thursday we have another four-person race, so 2 matches at the same time. Siberian Bull and Gouda versus Casual Tom and Mega Kyle. Friday, I believe Prodigy has his final match of the group. So we gonna see a casual 4-0 from you, Prodigy, or you gonna let one of the rookies pull one over on you?
It's not casual. I mean, I do give what I have at that moment. So I respect every person. I do know, but I'm not gonna put my fists down and get my face pounded. Not gonna happen.
I will say that the previous race Casual Tom had versus Crab Cakes, the first game came to a tie and ended up taking the whole thing.
I want to see Prodigy versus RSPC. This is very easy to arrange, my friend.
Oh, well, let's make it happen.
Have ourselves a little Sunday night show match on the menu. But to continue on, we have a match on Sunday, Siberian Bull and Bob the Builder, as well as Crab Cakes and Iraq Vet next Thursday. So definitely some Mega Man 2 matches on the horizon. So definitely stay hyped and look out for these matches as the group stage develops. Prodigy staying good to his word of I must break them, though. 3-0 with his final match against Casual Tom on Friday.
Rocky 4, Ivan Drago. Here we go. I think we must wrap this up. We have taken so much time. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
We
the
have
Speed
3
Gaming
hours.
personal.
Another hour if you wanted to.
I mean, we have to.
Yeah, yielding way to another run that coming up on one of the other channels, probably better. Just to recap things very quickly, 2% Chungus taking the victory 2-0 against TheAlanHeffley, both doing their first match of the group stages, respectively. So 2% Chungus off to a good start, taking that W. And with that said, let's shut it down.
Yeah, so for me at the home base here, my commentary partners Prodigy and Freako. Thank you so much for joining in, and we'll see you in the next race.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have fun.
Have a good night, everybody.